Voice of Reason, the philosopher, writer, and messenger of this correct information, was born with the given name of Johnny Eugene Brown. He was born Caucasian Christian year, November 23, 1926, in Oliver, Georgia, to the late John Howard and Daisy Lou Brown. He was the youngest of 11 children born out of this sacred union. After a rich and fruitful life, Johnny made his abrupt but peaceful transition from this earth plane on Caucasian Christian year, Tuesday, May 3rd, 2011, at approximately 4 o'clock a.m. He was originally meaning in terms of ancestry and lineage from the Sudan in motherland Africa, and he definitely was a member of the African race also called the black race. Johnny was educated in the Savannah, Georgia high school system. He was always an ardent seeker of root knowledge, and his search was rewarded with a profound understanding of the natural order of the universe, space, matter, and time. Johnny had a wide range of interests. He served in both the Army and Navy, enjoyed a bout with flexing his muscles in the boxing arena, graduated from Drake Business School in Brooklyn, New York, where he studied drafting, and also attended Long Island University, where he took several business courses. Johnny was always a seeker, an independent thinker, and businessman. He used his entrepreneurial talents to open the Bumblebee, a novelty store in Brooklyn, where he served dedicated customers for several years. On Caucasian Christian year, Monday, February 5, 1962, an extremely rare grand conjunction of 9 celestial orbs occurred, the Aquarius stellium of 1962. This was the year that the forces of cosmic sound reason made themselves known to Mr. Brown. Caucasian Christian year 1962 was a 9 year, a year when all its digits add up to 9, this way. 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 2 equals 18, and 1 plus 8 equals 9. This is very important because the power 9 is the resurrector who indeed must raise the smart circle of order upward on the side that is on the right. Furthermore, history shows that indeed emotions ran high, violent activities increased. There was worldwide unrest and disasters were rife all over planet Earth in the 60s. Marking the end of a dispensation in the universes called the cycle of evolution. He published his first books entitled Bible Interpretations and Explanations Book 1 and Book 2, using the pen name Amanubi Rakata between the years of 1966 and 1968, where he introduced a spiritual science he called Nuwapu, along with his two kin relatives and co-publishers Arvin Bryant, Sipu, and Arthur Simmons, Gipu. They released a series of books entitled The 9 Balls Count 1 through 4 between the years of 1971 and 1972, using the pen names Wunupu, Asunupu, and Nabanupu. He then worked for the U.S. Postal Service and was pleased to retire in 1990 to devote 100% of his time to his universal studies and to the completion of his books. After his retirement, he moved to New Jersey and became even more deeply involved in his studies and writings. In 1993, he published a series of books describing a spiritual science he called Oonoo. The first book in this series was called Are You Searching for Knowledge? If so, read me. Moonset and Sunrise and the Nature of Nature. The other books in this series were entitled Introduction to the Nature of Nature Book 1, published in 1993, Introduction to the Nature of Nature Book 2, published in 1995, Transcript to the audio tape Introduction to the Nature of Nature, published in 1996, and Introduction to the Nature of Nature Book 3, published in 2007. All of the books in this series he published using the pen name Afroo, pronounced Afroo Oonoo, which he described as his Eastern and scientific name, with the word and name Af meaning pertaining to Africa, African or of African descent, and the word and name Oonoo meaning number 1 or first to be resurrected again. This happens every 72 million years. From the death called ignorance and deception about absolute nature and its laws and cycles. Johnny used several pen names on his publications, including Amanubi Rakata, Afroo Oonoo, Ripu, and Nubi Ripu. Each of Johnny's books are a testimony to his profound wisdom, continuous spiritual growth, and his dedication to eternal almighty nature and its laws, cycles, and reason as the one supreme being. You personally need to know the writer of this positive knowledge, not nearly as much as you need to know this correct information he has written. It is neither important who the writer is by social status or by birth, nor what book he got his information from. But what is important and very important, however, is whether what he writes is truth or falsehood, fact or fiction, knowledge or ignorance, rightness or wrongness, honesty or deception. Who can define Johnny Brown? When asked by a family member years ago, "What do you call yourself?" and after musing over the question, he humbly answered, "I am a scientist, and a scientist of the finest sort he truly was."
Let it be remembered always, and let it be known.
Now I would like to give a happy belated birthday to Afroo Oonoo, and may the elite continue on your legacy. True mental cosmic peace, kins.